Dr. Varley?
Yes, I got wrong. Yes.
Okay, I want to make two brief announcements. We will cease the practice of using the board comments email because we are fully in person. It is not fair to those who come and sit in our audience to use that email address. And at the advice of our legal counsel, we will be removing the comment feature on our social media where possible. So I just wanted to make those brief announcements.
Thank you, Dr.
Can I
Varley.
ask you a question? Like, on what basis? Like, who made the decision? Doesn't the board get to discuss them?
No, this board comments were decided by Mr. Reinstein, and I met with Mr. DeQuilla, Ms. Penna, and Mr. Chinchuli, and we had Francis there, and we all made a decision to remove both of those things.
That was part of a committee discussion?
No, but we haven't opened. I know we are in person, but we also, Mr. Einstein and the previous board made a commitment that we're going to have a Zoom like a hybrid meetings, and we haven't yet started them. So why are we canceling them even before we turned on the hybrid?
Because we have all these people sitting in these very comfortable chairs who come and wait to have a conversation, but other people can send an email and get the same time of airtime. So we decided it was more, I guess, equal to have. If you wanted to have a comment, you may come to the board meeting and sit and have the comment.
No, all I'm saying is the board comments was there because we didn't have the Zoom capability or hybrid meetings. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. So we haven't yet, I know we have public meetings, but we still have a lot of parents who cannot make it, and we haven't enabled the Zoom facility. So can 3 board members or 2 board members make a decision unilaterally? Like,
Just also helpful info. Can you hear me? I think this works. I think this works. I know when the emergency regulations came around that allowed for virtual meetings, part of the process included public, like emailed comments, because during COVID, a lot of people, right, you weren't having in-person meetings, so that was one of the ways that you would be able to provide your comment for board consideration. But now in-person meetings is back. It's the norm, and many districts are returning to the traditional meeting formats of having in-person comments. And this doesn't deprive people from still emailing board members and members of the administration. The only modification that the board president and administration is making with respect to the public comments is just that the emailed comments won't be read. But that doesn't mean that you still can't consider them and receive them and that administration can't. It's just that the in-person comments that are subject to the public meetings would be those that are in person. As far as the hybrid, I guess it's still to be decided. So this doesn't impact, I know there was consideration as to whether or not you're going to have those Zoom meetings. So that doesn't impact this. It was just more the return to that normal, typical meeting format.
so are you saying that if parents write to the board, the entire board, and request for their particular email to be read, we can still read them?
No, I'm saying that parents and members of the community can still email concerns to board members, which you would forward to administration, through the organization scheme. So that it doesn't deprive them from still communicating with board members or members of administration. It's just not going to be read aloud during the meeting.
So which district policy prevents us from reading an email?
Nothing prevents you, but nothing also entitles that either.
Yeah, so if there is nothing preventing us until we enable the hybrid meetings back up, I think we should keep this feature on. Because there are a lot of parents who still can't, the meetings, we have reduced the number of meetings compared to previous years.
Okay.
And
Okay,
they don't
fine
have
with that.
ability. So.
Unless someone wants to make a motion to keep it back, this is the way we're going to be moving forward. Okay. All right, recognize